Hey guys, this is Anime Ball Z. I am back, and today we are going to be doing the second part of What If Naruto Was a Prodigy. Also, I have several what ifs to complete, such as what if Naruto was a century of the Byakugan, what if Naruto was a fox sage, and what if Itachi adopted Naruto. All of those will be coming out in the near future, since I will be returning to YouTube and uploading as I usually do. I am a bit rusty since I haven't been writing and making videos as much because I've been away for quite a while. So if there's a few plot holes in here, please put it in the comments so the problem doesn't continue to the further parts of the what if. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Slick talker since a jet. Winter time, all the time, ooh, yeah. Look at the way that I move, swag. Disrespectful and I'm rude, okay. I had cocaine in the school.
Naruto has wrapped his arms and is very strong now. He's just been suppressing his growth as a ninja to stay in the same grade as Shikamaru and Choji, so just maybe they'll be in the same team. I know there's supposed to be a Kunoichi in their squad, but this is what actually happened. Naruto, Shikamaru and Choji pleaded with their Chunin leader for the academy to put them in the same team since they have insane chemistry, and the teacher let them do it. He now has increases flexibility with wind and fire chakra to be able to light wood with fire or feed someone oxygen from the surroundings when they are unconscious. Naruto has also bought a huge sword that he'll use the vacuum blade jutsu with and other stuff to just enhance its abilities. Shikamaru has extended his time of the shadow possession jutsu a little and he has learned the earth release rock gun technique. Choji has increased his speed a lot and he also is very strong. He now exploits partial expansion jutsu to a miniature level just to buff his arms for more hitting power and length. Naruto says, "Guys, I just want to say that you guys have come a long way, but I have to put you in your place." He pulls the sword out in the Flying Raijin Kunai because he has also learned the jutsu. Shikamaru shoots his shadow down to him, but Naruto jumps up and back away from the shadow to prevent him from actually getting him in the shadow possession jutsu. To follow with this, he also throws a kunai, the Flying Raijin Kunai. Naruto appears next to them and quickly grabs the kunai. He punches Choji back a bit, but then Naruto flips back for safety. He has also created one of his own seal scrolls, the Gravity Control Seal. He throws it on the ground, then puts his blood down the scroll. He shouts, 3 times gravity! He completely exploits the Flying Thunder God jutsu and carries on to appear around the place. This ends up nullifying the effect of the gravity, but keeping the gravity strong on Choji and Shikamaru. He throws the FTG kunai right at Choji and he grabs it like you'd hold a pen with his index and thumb. Naruto appears right there and kicks him into the ground. Choji gets out and the scroll's effects finally wear off. Naruto creates something like 70 clones around them and tries to overwhelm them. Naruto throws the FTG kunai at Shikamaru and this is a dangerous but planned action. Naruto appears there and quickly rounds up a Great Vacuum Sphere and hits it at Shikamaru before he can use the Shadow Possession Jutsu on him. This was actually a really dangerous action because let's put this into play. Shikamaru now is probably stronger than the Shikamaru in the normal series at the Chunin exams, and he has way more experience with the Shadow Possession Jutsu, so this was actually really dangerous to do. He is quickly ambushed by the Earth Release Rock Gun technique from Choji, but Naruto has planned to counter this attack. He covers his sword, which was on his back, with wind and creates a wind slash that sends the earth pellets back and away from him. Naruto strikes the ground like you do with a mallet and creates a shockwave that makes Choji go back a little. Naruto feels the wind around his arm, then creates a miniature cloak down his arm, completely made of wind chakra. This extremely boosts his punches as well as him being able to send relatively weak gushes of wind from his palm. He does this and Shikamaru blocks for Choji. Choji jumps over him and partially expands both of his arms. He continuously swings at Naruto, but Naruto is easily blocking all of the attacks with his wind-cloaked arm. Naruto grabs his arm, twists it, then uses the vacuum bullet jutsu that sends Choji flying back. Naruto creates about 20 clones of all of them having the wind-cloaked arm, and then he smiles. Shikamaru and Choji work together by banding their chakra. All 3 of them have greatly practiced this, and they have actually... All of them have actually greatly practiced this by being able to bind each other's chakra, like Naruto being able to bind to Shikamaru and Choji, as well as Choji being able to bind to Shikamaru. In more technical terms, they have all learned to use the collaboration jutsu within each other. They shoot fire-lit rock pellets at Naruto with the rock gun technique, but Naruto and Naruto's arm isn't helping. This is because his cloak is made of wind and they are using fire. This is not going to work, so he has to dismantle the wind cloak. Naruto uses the Raging Waves jutsu to nullify the speed of the pellets as well as extinguishing the fire. Naruto's waves extend all the way to both Shikamaru and Choji, and this sends Choji and Shikamaru flowing uncontrollably in the waves. Naruto sees Choji running at him, but Naruto uses the running fire jutsu that ends up blocking Choji from getting to him. Naruto pulls 3 kunai and lights them all on fire. He throws them, but Choji and Shikamaru dodge all 3 easily. Naruto jumps in their direction and throws the Flying Thunder God kunai in between them. He appears next to them both and does the splits, hitting them both in the face. He swivels in the air and uses the wind cutter technique to injure the two, suppressing them. Naruto uses the flame bullet technique on Choji and neutralizes him, rendering him unable to fight. Naruto turns around and throws the FTG kunai. He appears next to the kunai, grabs it, then he slices Shikamaru with the kunai. He jumps as he sees the shadow and hand signs, then he uses the wing gale palm to slam Shikamaru right into the ground, taking him out. Naruto gets them both up and Kakashi arrives. He says, "You will be going on a mission tomorrow, and what happened to you two? Hiruzen actually gave you guys a scene rank mission. It is to escort Tazuna to his incomplete bridge. He is a master bridge builder." Naruto nods and says, "We'll be there, and we were just sparring, but I have a request." Kakashi makes an expression to show that he's listening. He says, "I need to learn all I can learn for the future and the Chunin exams. I need to be very skilled so I can guarantee not losing in the Chunin exams." Kakashi says, "You can't guarantee, that's not how life works, but I can teach you my jutsu and also train you." Naruto smiles and they get ready for tomorrow. I know Hiruzen is supposed to carry on giving them D-rank missions since that they are only a new gaining team. They are very powerful with Naruto being a prodigy and Shikamaru and Choji being very strong to follow. This means that Hiruzen actually changes his mind and ends up upping the stakes, giving them a C-rank mission. When they meet at the office of Hiruzen, Naruto wraps his arms and puts his flying Raijin kunai on his chain, hanging from his waist for him to easily pull and throw. They all get ready and meet Tazuna as usual. Naruto, instead of looking like a brat, is very organised and mature. He knows what to say to people to not hurt their feelings, and his confidence is shining bright just from his posture. They make their way to the bridge and Naruto is ready for anything. Tazuna is actually really comfortable with being escorted by this team because in the normal series Naruto looked spoiled and he really didn't like people, but now Naruto is more mature and understanding of things and he isn't willing to go out to hurt someone's feelings because of what he wants. So Tazuna believes that this child is going to escort him well. He also feels this type of emotion and confident attitude from Shikamaru and Choji as well. Naruto and his team have walked for a while now and he sees a puddle in this amazing weather. He puts his finger on his kunai to fix it, ready for battle. As soon as he sees the puddle move just a little, he throws a shuriken. It goes too fast and goes right over him. When I mean him is that he threw it too fast since they were just appearing from the puddle and it just zooms right over them. Naruto sees chains swing right at Kakashi and he throws the kunai and teleports to in front of Kakashi. He quickly sees that these chains are too sharp and he just grabs Kakashi and ducks under the chains. He jumps up and quickly throws the flying Raijin kunai right at the two and he appears next to them and does the splits to hit them both in the head. They both try to run at him but then he slams his hands together and uses the wing cutter technique. It completely roughs up both of them and they are on the floor. Naruto picks up his kunai and wipes the dust off of him. He picks their bodies up and examines them promptly. He says he surely is from the land of mist with his water abilities. He seems at a Chunin level or something from their strategy and speed. They must have been sent here for Tazuna, I believe. Now I understand why they went for Kakashi. He is the oldest and most experienced looking ninja, and he wanted to get Kakashi out of the way so they could do what they were going to do to Tazuna, because we don't really look that powerful. But obviously you can see from what I did they weren't powerful either. Choji says, "You got all that from that?" Naruto says, "Yeah, what do you mean?" Choji says, nothing. They eventually make it to the place of wooden builds and water, basically a small village. Naruto and his team stay in the grasslands, and Naruto has put 2 smoke bombs on his chain as well as 3 shuriken. Naruto hears a swiveling sword in the distance and just grabs the sword by the handle. He feels the sword, and in this series he is much stronger and he is doing okay with handling the sword. Zabuza stands there and quickly grabs his sword. Naruto is surprised of his speed and knows that he's in for a fight. Shikamaru sends his shadow down to Zabuza. Zabuza jumps over it, then Choji follows by using the rock gun technique. Zabuza uses his wide sword to slice the rock as well as blocking it. Naruto throws his kunai and it digs into the sword. Naruto appears in front of Zabuza and uses the wing gale palm to slam him into the ground. Zabuza feels like he can't breathe and Naruto jumps into the air then uses the vacuum bullet. Zabuza grabs his sword and blocks the attack. Naruto, as he's dropping down, sees a water dragon. Then Naruto uses the raging waves as a substitute. The raging waves is easily overpowered by the water dragon, but Naruto throws a wind infused kunai and pierces right through the dragon all the way through. Kakashi creates the Raikiri and runs right to Zabuza. Naruto takes the sword from his back and infuses it with lightning chakra this time. Zabuza swings his sword and screams. Naruto runs across the water and jumps at him. Zabuza and Naruto clash their swords. Naruto pushes hard, but Zabuza is stronger. Choji runs across the water and uses partial expansion jutsu to expand his arm and punch him in the face. Zabuza gets angry and loosens his grip lightly. Naruto pushes hard and launches the sword out of Zabuza's grip. Naruto is about to stab Zabuza in the heart, but Zabuza grabs the sword by the blade. He gets shocked and his hand bleeds as well. He turns to water, then Choji runs to him. Zabuza grabs him by the back of his clothes neck and slams him into the water. Naruto jumps at him and throws his sword. Zabuza blocks the sword by grabbing the handle and he throws it away. Naruto and Shikamaru run at him and Shikamaru jumps off of Naruto's back. Shikamaru throws a barrage of kunai and shuriken, then throws a flash bomb. Shikamaru quickly possesses his shadow, then Naruto appears above and behind him. Naruto creates 10 clones and all of the clones have a wind palm. 5 shadow clones launch Naruto and the other clones down to Zabuza. Shikamaru lets go of the shadow as Zabuza is close to being demolished and he grabs him to stop him from moving. Zabuza and Shikamaru go flying into the water. He lets go and makes Zabuza hit the floor hard. He swims to the surface and Haku arrives. Naruto feels bad intentions from him and says, "Your friend is dead." Haku shakes his head and says, "I'm not a comrade of Zabuza. I am here to detain him." Naruto smiles because he sees right through it and says, "Well, he's dead." He quickly sees Haku respond by shaking lightly and he guessed it right away. Naruto runs at him and throws the flying Raijin kunai. He catches it and tries to attack but is shut down by being kicked back. Naruto uses the fireball jutsu but Haku turns around and several ice pins go into the fire. It continuously suppresses the fire until nothing is left. Naruto smiles and jumps right at him. He creates something like 100 clones and pressures Haku. Haku is blocking and countering all of the attacks. Choji wakes up and floats to the top. He coughs up loads of water and stands. He uses partial expansion jutsu on both arms and runs at Haku. He grabs him from both sides and Naruto uses the wing gale palm to slam him into the water and hurt him. Haku comes out of the water and breaks Choji's huge arm. He runs very quickly at Choji and stabs him through the stomach with his hand alone. Shikamaru launches his shadow at Haku but Haku pulls his hand out and jumps away. Haku runs at Shikamaru and blocks an incoming kick. He grabs Shikamaru by the ankle and puts his hand on Shikamaru's knee. He pushes up with the hand on the ankle, then uses the other hand to push downwards on the knee. Shikamaru's leg breaks and Haku does the same to Shikamaru by stabbing him. He turns and runs to Naruto to do the same thing. As you can see, Haku hasn't even used the demon ice mirrors yet. Naruto looks at this and gets agonizing mental pain and this results in rage. His eyes go a blazing red with his pupils turning into a slit like a fox. This is because of the Kyuubi chakra within his body as of this moment. Because of his insane ninja skills, he has way more control over the form and has a decent sense of rationality. He then jumps at Haku and punches him in the face. This easily breaks his mask. And Naruto follows up with using the Kyuubi Wing Go Palm. This slams Haku right through the water into the seabed. It sends a shockwave up that actually evaporates some of the water around the edge because of the insane speed and friction. Naruto screams and his aura explodes with energy, then he swims down and grabs Haku. He pulls him up to the surface and punches him in the gut. He then kicks him into the air and then uses the Kyuubi Flame Bullet to finally kill him. They get put into care by the villagers and Naruto and Kakashi are left to protect them. One day Gato's men arrive and Naruto instantly clocks on. They see dead men on the bridge and Naruto quickly runs to the bridge with Kakashi. Just saying they are where the Great Naruto Bridge is now. They aren't actually where they arrived to fight Zabuza, but they are around in the same area. Naruto shouts, "Who are you people?" Gato says, "It seems like you have killed Zabuza and Haku. It seems like you saw through Haku pretty quickly. I knew that something was going on when Haku didn't even come back with Zabuza and didn't even come back alone. But this army will surely take you down. Get them!" Naruto quickly creates something like 300 clones that all appear at the side and behind the army. All of the shadow clones completely demolish the army and Naruto single-handedly takes down the forces with his insane skill. As you can see, Zabuza doesn't do it because, you know, he's dead. Eventually, Choji and Shikamaru get better and the bridge is still called the Great Naruto Bridge. They return to the village and the three ninjas celebrate for Naruto by going to Ichiraku's ramen. So that will conclude the second part of What If Naruto Was a Prodigy. Please like and comment anything that you liked about this What If or anything that I should improve on for the next part. If you really did like this What If, please subscribe and put on notifications to be notified when the next parts of this What If will be coming out with great accuracy. The like goal for this What If will be 300 likes, not as much as the first part because I have been gone for a while and not all of you will be coming back to watch this video. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video.